Do you believe that Assad should be viewed by the international community as a war criminal?
I think that based on definitions of war criminal and crimes against humanity, there would be an argument to be made that he would fit into that category.
Is there any effort to make that argument before the world community?
I think people have been putting forth the argument, but I also think that from long experience, that can complicate a resolution of a difficult, complex situation because it limits options to persuade leaders perhaps to step down from power.
Well, I hope we can persuade him to step down. It doesn't seem to be that we're very successful right now, but eventually he goes. You agree with that?
I do. I just don't know how to define eventually right now.
Well, sooner rather than later would be the goal.
Yes.
And what follows, tell me what follows in Syria.
Depends upon how it's done, Senator. That's what we spend a lot of our time worrying about. We've just had, after a year of effort, a transition of power in Yemen. It was not easy. There was a lot of bloodshed, a lot of bombing and other activity went on. But eventually, through persistent diplomacy, and I particularly applaud our ambassador on the ground in Sana'a, there was a peaceful transfer of power after an election that was viewed as widely credible. So in Syria, what we're trying to achieve is
I hate to
something
interrupt,
similar.
would you agree that the level of violence by the regime in Syria is unprecedented versus the Arab Spring as a whole, that what Assad is doing, killing citizens by the thousand, using tanks, is something different than we've experienced in other places?
Well, there were similarities.
Other than Libya.
Yeah, I was going to say, there were similarities to what Gaddafi both did and attempted to do in Libya. So it's not unprecedented, certainly around the world, but it is the most extreme use of state violence in the Arab Spring.
People always